Welcome to our exploration of why context is so crucial when analyzing behavioral data. Imagine you're looking at a set of numbers showing how people act online or in real life. Without understanding the background or circumstances behind those actions, it's easy to misinterpret what's really going on. In this video, we'll break down what context means, why it matters, and how it can completely change the story that data tells us. Let's start by defining behavioral data and then dive into how context shapes our understanding. Behavioral data refers to information collected about the actions people take. This could be anything from the websites they visit, the products they buy, or even the routes they take to work. It's all about tracking what people do, not just what they say. This kind of data is incredibly valuable for businesses, researchers, and policymakers because it reveals patterns and preferences that might not be obvious otherwise. But as we'll see, these patterns can be misleading if we ignore the context in which they occur. What exactly do we mean by context? In the world of behavioral data, context refers to the circumstances or conditions surrounding an action. This could include time of day, location, social setting, or even emotional state. For example, someone might buy coffee every morning, but the reason why could depend on whether they're rushing to work or meeting a friend. Understanding these details helps us interpret the data more accurately and avoid jumping to the wrong conclusion. Context is the key to unlocking the true meaning behind behavioral data. Without it, we risk making assumptions that don't reflect reality. For instance, a spike in online shopping might seem like a sudden trend, but if we look closer, it could be due to a holiday or a special sale. By considering context, we can better understand what's driving people's actions and make smarter decisions based on the data. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you notice that people are spending more time on a website. At first glance, you might think the site has become more engaging. But what if there was a technical issue that made pages load slowly? Without context, the data could be misleading. This shows how important it is to dig deeper and understand what's really happening behind the numbers. Online behavior is especially sensitive to context. For example, a sudden increase in searches for a particular product could be due to a viral social media post or a news event. If we don't consider these external factors, we might misinterpret the data and make poor business decisions. Context helps us connect the dots and see the bigger picture. Time is one of the most important aspects of context. People's behavior can change dramatically depending on the time of day, week, or year. For example, shopping habits often shift during holidays or weekends. By looking at when actions occur, we can gain valuable insights into patterns and trends that might otherwise go unnoticed. Where people are when they take action is another key piece of context. Location can influence everything from what products people buy to how they interact with technology. For instance, someone might use a mobile app differently at home than they do while traveling. By considering location, we can tailor experiences and make more accurate predictions. People around us can have a big impact on our behavior. Social context includes things like group dynamics, peer pressure, and cultural norms. For example, someone might act differently when they're with friends compared to when they're alone. Recognizing these influences helps us interpret behavioral data more accurately and design better products and services. How someone feels at a given moment can dramatically affect their behavior. Emotional context is often overlooked, but it's a powerful force. For example, stress or excitement can lead people to make different choices than they would otherwise. By considering emotional state, we can better understand the motivations behind actions and create more empathetic solutions. Let's take a closer look at shopping habits. Suppose data shows a sudden increase in online purchases. Without context, we might assume people are simply buying more, but if we consider that a major sale or holiday just happened, the picture becomes clearer. Context helps us avoid misinterpretation and make better business decisions. Now, consider app usage data. If we see a drop in activity, it might seem like users are losing interest. But what if there was a recent app update that caused technical issues? By looking at the context, we can identify the real reasons behind the numbers and respond appropriately. Workplace productivity data can also be misleading without context. For example, a sudden drop in output might look like a problem, but if it coincides with a company-wide training session, it makes perfect sense. Context allows managers to interpret data accurately and support their teams effectively. Health-related behaviors like exercise or diet are deeply influenced by context. For instance, someone might exercise less during winter due to cold weather, not because they've lost motivation. By considering environmental and seasonal factors, we can better understand and support healthy habits. Educational data, such as test scores or attendance, can be influenced by a variety of contextual factors. For example, a drop in attendance might be due to a local event or even weather conditions. By looking at the bigger picture, educators can make more informed decisions and help students succeed. Transportation data like traffic patterns or public transit usage is highly context-dependent. A sudden drop in ridership might be due to a holiday, bad weather, or even a major event in the city. By considering these factors, city planners can make better decisions and improve services. Social media trends can change rapidly, often in response to news events or viral content. If we see a spike in activity, it's important to look at what's happening in the world. Context helps marketers and analysts understand what's driving engagement and how to respond effectively. Customer service data like call volume or satisfaction scores can be influenced by product launches, recalls, or even external events. By understanding the context, companies can identify the root causes of issues and improve their service. Website analytics often show spikes or drops in traffic. These changes can be due to marketing campaigns, technical issues, or even changes in search engine algorithms. By considering these contextual factors, businesses can make better decisions about their online strategies. Financial data like spending or saving habits is also shaped by context. Economic conditions, personal milestones, or even global events can influence how people manage their money. By looking at the bigger picture, financial analysts can provide better advice and predictions. Product review data can be influenced by recent changes, such as a new version release or a price drop. If we see a sudden increase in negative reviews, it's important to check if something changed recently. Context helps companies respond quickly and improve their products. Employee engagement data like survey results or participation rates can be affected by organizational changes, leadership shifts, or even external stressors. By considering these factors, companies can better support their teams and foster a positive work environment. Environmental behavior, such as recycling or energy use, is often shaped by local policies, weather, or community campaigns. By understanding these contextual influences, policymakers and organizations can design more effective programs to encourage positive change. Event attendance data can be influenced by factors like weather, competing events, or transportation issues. By considering these elements, organizers can better plan and promote their events, ensuring higher participation and satisfaction. News consumption patterns can change rapidly in response to breaking stories or major events. A spike in readership might be due to a significant news event, not just increased interest in general. Context helps media organizations understand audience behavior and deliver relevant content. Fitness tracking data like steps taken or calories burned can be influenced by weather, schedule changes, or even New Year's resolutions. By considering these factors, fitness apps can provide more personalized feedback and help users stay motivated. Restaurant visit data can be affected by local events, weather, or even changes in menu offerings. By understanding these contextual factors, restaurant owners can make better decisions about staffing, promotions, and menu planning. Streaming service data like viewing habits can be influenced by new releases, holidays, or even weather. A spike in viewership might coincide with a popular show's premiere or a rainy weekend. Context helps streaming platforms recommend content and schedule releases more effectively. Travel data such as flight bookings or hotel stays is highly sensitive to context. Factors like holidays, global events, or even weather disruptions can dramatically change travel behavior. By considering these elements, travel companies can better predict demand and improve customer service. Online learning data like course completion rates can be influenced by factors such as school schedules, holidays, or even global events like pandemics. By understanding these contextual influences, educators and platforms can support students more effectively and improve learning outcomes. Retail foot traffic data can be shaped by weather, local events, or even construction nearby. By considering these factors, store managers can optimize staffing, promotions, and store layouts to better serve customers and increase sales. Gaming behavior data such as playtime or in-game purchases can be influenced by new game releases, updates, or even social trends. By understanding the context, game developers can create better experiences and keep players engaged. Public health data like vaccination rates or disease outbreaks is deeply influenced by context. Factors such as public awareness campaigns, policy changes, or local outbreaks can all affect behavior. By considering these elements, health officials can design more effective interventions. Energy consumption data can be influenced by weather, policy changes, or even new technology adoption. By understanding these contextual factors, utility companies can forecast demand more accurately and promote energy-saving behaviors. Voting behavior data is highly context-dependent. Factors like recent news, political campaigns, or even weather on election day can influence turnout and choices. By considering these elements, analysts can better understand and predict election outcomes. Charity donation data can be influenced by recent disasters, fundraising campaigns, or even tax deadlines. By understanding the context, organizations can plan their outreach and maximize support for their causes. Subscription service data like sign-ups or cancellations can be affected by new features, pricing changes, or even competitor actions. By considering these contextual factors, companies can improve retention and attract more customers. Mobile usage data like app downloads or screen time can be influenced by device launches, software updates, or even global events. By understanding the context, tech companies can better meet user needs and innovate effectively. Email engagement data like open or click rates can be affected by timing, subject lines, or even current events. By considering these factors, marketers can craft more effective campaigns and connect with their audience. User feedback data like ratings or comments can be influenced by recent changes, external events, or even mood. By understanding the context, companies can respond more effectively and improve their products or services. Attendance data, whether for work, school, or events, can be shaped by factors like weather, transportation, or health concerns. By considering these contextual influences, organizations can better support their people and plan for the future. Online forum activity can spike or drop in response to news, policy changes, or even technical issues. By considering the context, community managers can foster healthy discussions and address concerns more effectively. Product usage data like frequency or duration can be influenced by new features, seasonality, or even external events. By understanding these contextual factors, companies can improve their products and better meet customer needs. Content consumption data like article reads or video views can be shaped by trending topics, time of day, or even global events. By considering these factors, content creators can deliver more relevant and engaging material. As we've seen, context is essential for making sense of behavioral data. Whether we're looking at shopping habits, app usage, or any other type of behavior, understanding the circumstances behind the numbers helps us avoid mistakes and make better decisions. By always asking, what's the context? We can turn raw data into meaningful insights that drive real-world results. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the importance of context in behavioral data.